Wizard Magazine used to have this series called The Casting Call, where they would, cast comic book characters using TV actors, movie actors of the day. I've always got a kick out of it. And to tell the truth, artists need photo reference for their characters usually. It could be like Neil Adams looking at Ted Danson or George Perez looking at Charo or something. My headcanon for the Justice League is specifically the 50s, 60s, and 70s, just because I think that's the only time superheroes could have existed. If you have a Justice League out today, it would just become the boys. It would become more like a postmodern deconstruction of the Justice League, and for me, the pure version of the League would be more like astronauts, and it would harken back to a more optimistic era of American exceptionalism. I think the morality of superheroes is out of place in today's climate. So if we're tethered to that era, my league would be actors in their 30s from the 60s. The first would be, as Superman, Rock Hudson. He has the rom-com chops as well as the action hero chops, and physically he looks just like the Kurt Swan version of Superman. My ideal Batman would be Christopher Plummer. He's a Canadian actor, but he's versatile, and he's got a cool voice. He has a dark presence, especially later on in the 80s when he's playing heavy roles. For Wonder Woman, it doesn't specifically have to be an actress from the 60s. I just need to cast the most beautiful woman of all time, and that would be Ava Gardner. And this would be somewhat of a sequel to her role in Pandora and the Flying Dutchman. She was used to playing goddesses. For Hal Jordan, I would like Jeffrey Hunter, particularly how he played Captain Pike on Star Trek. He has the brown hair, he has the height, he has the build. I could believe that he's an Air Force daredevil. For Flash, I'm going with Tab Hunter. And there's a lot of options. You could go with Troy Donahue or George Peppard, just any blonde guy. I just went with Tab Hunter just because he's neutral. Conversely, I chose George Peppard, Aquaman. If we look at his career, he starts off as somebody we don't take too seriously. But he gets a little bit more grizzled in the 70s and 80s. And I think this kind of parallels the character of Aquaman well. For John Jones, in his Martian form, it'd be James Arness just redoing his role as the Thing. When he's John Jones, the detective, I'm gonna go for Mike Connors, reprising his role as Mannix. And that takes care of the original 7. If we're gonna go on, I'll just do those quickly. Richard Chamberlain as Oliver Queen, Robert Vaughn as the Atom, Clint Walker as Hawkman, Jacqueline Bisset as Hawkwoman, Gina Rowland as the Black Canary, Robert Duvall as the Red Tornado, Dick Van Dyke as Elongated Man, Barbara Steele as Zatanna, and a young Kevin Bacon as Firestorm. That's my cast for the 1960s Justice League. Leave a comment if you disagree or have a better recommendation you think. Like and subscribe, and let me know if you want me to do Teen Titans or X-Men or whatever.